Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Paul Weymouth. Today we are reviewing The Art of Relevance by Nina Simon. Now this is a review for my Information and Communities 200 class for my MLIS degree, and so I figured I would put the review on BookTube as well. I'm going to be reading directly from the context of book review. So, The Art of Relevance by Nina Simon from 2016 is a book to create a philosophy of relevance in the hearts and minds of institutions and its workers. Simon uses the metaphor of doors and rooms to explain relevance. The door to the institution, to the experience we want to share to others, is all about relevance. Thus, relevance isn't an end goal, but a means to an end. The end goal is creating a deeper connection with everyone in our community that we want to meet, and relevance is the way to do that. The institution must believe wholeheartedly that what they have to offer is worth sharing. First off, Simon wants the reader to understand exactly what relevance is. Saying how relevant we are does nothing. Relevance is action and change. Relevance is what is important to someone else, not what we believe is important. We can't decide what is relevant for other people. We must seek knowledge and understanding first. Something is relevant if it gives you new information, if it adds meaning to your life, and if it makes a difference for you. The experience in the room is what matters to us, but if people can't get in the door, it doesn't matter. Two measures in making information relevant is how likely the new information will be creating a positive effect on the individual and how easy it is to absorb. Simon has a great section in the book that is called Outside In. Outside In is all about reaching outsiders so that they can become new insiders. An important part of reaching outsiders is to have people at the door that look, act, and speak like them. This might be bilingual individuals, people of the same race, or other identifiable characteristics. The doors are invisible if what we are offering to people is too confusing and requires too much effort. The doors need to be rebuilt, and sometimes building new doors to reach a new community will require some serious organizational change, and it is important to remember that we are not dumbing down our institution to reach people, we are opening it up for new people. The room or program doesn't have to be completely changed, it can just be added to. Insiders must welcome outsiders on the outsiders' terms, not the insiders. The best way to learn what is relevant for a community is to go on their turf, see what doors they already have in their own organizations, and listen. Outsiders will offer valuable feedback for change, but we must listen. Institutions cannot keep listening to the insiders only. They must imagine the voices in their head of those potential new patrons who will be elated and engaged by the change. They must hear their voices loud and clear. Nina Simon spends the third part of the book fixing our perception on what communities are. For example, my Hispanic public library user community is not an abstraction. They are real people that use the library. They are individuals in a group that share common attributes. The easiest way to reach these groups is to reach out to the people that are already see the value of your institution from these communities. Meeting new people in your community, reaching out and networking is how you grow the clientele that visits your institution. Co-creating programs with people from these communities is a great strategy to meet the needs of the community you are attempting to reach, not the needs of your organization. Nina Simon puts a big emphasis during the fourth part of the book on mission statements. The organization that wants to be more relevant to the lives of the people around them must change their mission statement to reflect that value. People will see the need for what you have to offer once the entire organization's mission statement is focused on an authentic experience for the marginalized group you are attempting to reach. Relevance must be proactive, addressing the current needs of the population and not reactionary, even if it addresses the topics that might be politically charged. It takes courage for an organization to look at the most important parts in people's lives and address those bigger issues. An institution should have a core message that ties to their mission of relevance, but has many doors of entry for many different people. Finally, Nina Simon mentions what is at the heart of relevance. The heart is reaching a community with already existing community members. For a library, teens should be recruiting other teenagers. Latinos should be spreading the benefits with other Latinos. Impoverished individuals need to talk to other people in poverty to let them know what the library has to offer. When your outsiders feel the most welcomed, they feel a sense of ownership with the room they were invited in. Your company needs the courage to throw events that challenge the status quo. Your institution must create a good reputation in the community you are trying to reach, because without your reputation, relevance is null and void. Your company must radiate the inside out and invite the outside in. The art of relevance really ties into the Week 5 module lecture that Dr. Michelle A.L. Vilgren taught. In that lecture, she mentions that all organizations must be diverse in thinking. They must be inclusive, both in the organization and in the public. This will lead to cultural intelligence and will create an environment that is comfortable for all. Cultural intelligence will then let us pinpoint where our unconscious biases might be that are impacting our outreach efforts. Combining this with relevance is a good starting point in reaching cultural competence. Cultural competence is the ability to recognize the significance of culture in one's own life and in the lives of others, and to come to know and respect diverse cultural backgrounds and characteristics through interaction with individuals from diverse linguistic, cultural, and socioeconomic groups, and to fully integrate the culture of diverse groups into services, work, and institutions in order to enhance the lives of both those being served by the library profession and those engaged. The Art of Relevance by Nina Simon is relatively clear on how libraries can use relevance to reach communities like the Hispanic library users in a city. First, the library needs to create a more attractive door. This will be adding bilingual staffers, creating more bilingual material, and hiring more Hispanic employees. Next, the library should be active in the Hispanic community, reaching out to Hispanics that already use the services and ask them for help reaching their own community. Listening to the communities a library wants to reach is something all libraries can improve on. Too often, libraries are making decisions behind closed doors as how to reach the Hispanic population without getting input from the Hispanic library users. Lastly, the rooms that are created for Hispanics need to be meeting their needs but also celebrating their strengths and values. Too often we focus on the needs we are trying to meet, the perceived lacks that the insiders see, when we should be celebrating the strengths of the outsiders. Once we get Hispanics in the library for programming, we can then create programming to join the Hispanic community with other library communities, creating one large group of insiders. Now that is my review of The Art of Relevance by Nina Simon and how it applies to the Hispanic library users. I appreciate you watching this, and I believe that this book is a great book to read if you're looking for change in your organization, how to reach different communities in your community, and how to make it relevant for all. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.